Hey guys, so far we have adjusted our front bodice block. I've shown you how to do that. I've also shown you how to adjust the back as well as the sleeve. Now the next thing I'm going to be working on is showing you how you can use these blocks and make an adjustment for a full bust. Now the reason being that these blocks usually cater to B cups, so I'm going to show you how you can alter these blocks to give room for a fuller bust. Let's go. Now we're going to start by tracing out our block as is. So this is my size 10 block. I just traced it out exactly with all the marks and whatnot, right? This is my size 10 block. Now in a normal situation where you're dealing with someone with a fuller bust, you would need to lengthen your block. Now it's not just a matter of lengthening the block. It is the fact that, there's more volume on the chest area. So you need to create room to accommodate that. This block full bust adjustment, what it does is it creates a wider dart, which by the time you sew that bigger dart, it now creates room for the cup. So if you're dealing with like a C cup, a D cup upwards, you would see a difference in the length of your front body. So you might see like a size 10, usually this block is a 42 cm length, right? From shoulder to neck point, 42 cm. But for a fuller cup, you would see sometimes up to 45 cm, right? So meaning that I need to give myself about 3 cm length in the front. But it's not just about that length, it's about the fact that you need to create space and room for the cup area. Now the first step after tracing your block is to create slash lines through the middle of your dart. So the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm going to be slashing through these lines, and as I said, you're creating bigger darts, so best thing to do is to always just slash through the middle of the dart so that you can easily add that extra. Now you're going to first start by slashing from the center front through the bust point to the side. Then you will slash from the end of the dart to the bust point. Now after slashing, I'm going to keep my block aside. I will come back to it. Next, on a new piece of paper, I'm going to draw a horizontal line. Now this line is going to serve as the space where I will add my difference. Again, the difference is 3 cm, right? The block is 42 cm. I need 45 cm. So I'm adding 3s. I'm creating a space, a parallel line space of 3 cm, right? Because that's what I need to add to the length of my block. Next, you're going to take your slashed up block and you're going to place like so. So you notice that I'm placing the bottom piece on the exact line that I've drawn, and I'm going to tape that down. Then using that bottom piece, I'm going to extend my center front line so that I can also align the top part of my block. Next, I'll take the top piece and align it with the center front and the parallel line, meaning that I've now placed my block and created that 3 cm space. Make sure to tape it down before you move on to anything else. Next, you're going to ensure that the remaining part of your block lays down flat, especially that point. You see that point that I'm touching, that side seam part? Make sure that it's flat, that it's not bubbling up. This is basically the automatic mechanism that happens when you're adding volume to your bust, right? So make sure that that side seam lays down nicely and it's flat. You can then go ahead and tape everything down. You'll notice that now we have a bigger shoulder dart and a bigger waist dart. All of these, when sewn up, will give your bust more room for it to sit comfortably. Now we have an adjusted block, right? So now we've adjusted our block for a fuller bust. You can go ahead and now apply all those block adjustment processes that we did in the previous videos. So meaning that when you're adjusting for a full bust, you do not start, you can start doing that, you can start doing all the shoulder things and whatnot, but I would advise that you do the full bust adjustment first. Adjust the bust, create the room, then you can now go ahead and adjust your shoulder, your chest width line, your shoulder to bust point, your waist, your side seam, all of those things. You can now do that after doing this. But make sure that if it's a full bust, you do this first before you sort that out. Of course, make sure to true and blend your lines. Always make sure you do that. Check your side seam, make sure that it's nice and straight. Your shoulder dart, fold it over and true it, your waist dart as well. And yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. It's not a lot of work, but it is such an important information to have. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I hope you've learned a lot so far, and I hope you will get more in the subsequent videos. So see you next time. Bye.